Hi, and welcome to Perpetual Fitness Training. My name is Holly. Thank you for joining me for yoga today. Today I have a great session for you. This is a session that is meant to just be completely relaxing. We don't even get off the floor, so it's for one of those times that you're doing yoga before you go to bed, or maybe when you've just had a lot of everything all week and you just need a little chill time, a little time to become centered and to stretch those muscles out. All you need today is a block. At the most, of course, you need your mat. So go ahead and grab those things, turn on that nice, quiet, calming music, and let's go ahead and get some yoga done. All right, welcome. We're going to go ahead and start in corpse pose. So you're going to go ahead and lay down all the way onto your back, nice and easy. Extend those legs out, hands next to the body, relax those shoulders down. Now this is about your comfort. So if traditional corpse does not work for you, you can bend those knees. You can also come into reclining butterfly or even just roll over onto your side. Relax those shoulders down. Keep that tummy nice and relaxed. We don't have to hold the abs in this time. You can use those heels to walk that spine nice and straight. Relax those shoulders down. Just release any tension from the body. Let's go ahead and close the eyes. We're going to begin by focusing on that breath. So taking a nice big inhale. Long extended exhale. Again, deep inhale. Long exhale. One more time. And exhale, just let everything go. Now going back into a regular breathing, just inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Think about relaxing any tension through the face. I want you to release the jaw. Feel that tongue just fall back. Relax your shoulders. Release the fingers. There's no tension through the hips. Your glutes are nice and relaxed. As you exhale, you're just releasing a little more tension and sinking a little deeper into your mat. If you start to lose your focus, bring the thoughts back to the breathing. Be aware as you inhale, pulling in as much air as you can, filling up the belly. And control the exhale, keeping it nice and slow, getting out all the stale air from the bottom of the lungs. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to slowly bring your right knee into your chest. I want you to grab that thigh and just pull that leg in. You are welcome to grab the shin as well and pull a little deeper, but please be aware of that knee. If there's any pain in that knee at all, I want you to come back to grabbing the thigh. Shoulders relaxed. Now I want you to extend that left leg out. Flex the foot. Try to press the back of the knee into the floor. Keep those abs in tight. Shoulders are relaxed. Now you're going to release just a little bit. You're going to take that right hand and grab the right shin. We're going to take the leg to the right as we keep that left shoulder down. I like to take my left hand and just place it on my left hip, just to remind me to keep that hip and shoulder down. We're just taking it to the side till we feel that gentle stretch and hold, trying to keep the shoulders relaxed. And then start to pull that knee up toward the shoulder. So it doesn't directly come out to the side, it comes to the side and up. And let's go ahead and bring that leg center. We're going to take it in with that left hand, grab that shin gently, pull it across the body. We're going to keep that right shoulder down as we gently coax this leg across. When you feel the pull, I want you to hold right here. That pull may be in the low back, it may be in the hip, it may be in the IT band, whatever's tight. As soon as you feel it, just hold. Try to stay relaxed, breathing through the stretch. Don't go too far, we're just opening up, just starting to warm up. And let's go ahead and bring it back to the center, belly is in tight. You're going to take your leg and you're going to bring it straight up toward the ceiling, flexing that foot. Take those hands and interlace behind the thighs, shoulders relax and hold here. Now it's okay if maybe yours isn't quite as straight, if it's down a little further. But I want you to make it as straight as you can make it. Don't worry about how high you can reach. Just get that leg straight, pressing the heel to the ceiling. Shoulders are relaxed. And let's go ahead and bring that foot to the floor and extend it out. We are going to switch. Let's go ahead and bring that opposite leg in. So this would be your left leg, shoulders relaxed, knee into the chest, tummy tight. We're extending that right leg out, flexing the foot, pressing the back of the knee toward the floor. And let's go ahead and take that leg in the left hand. Grabbing that left shin, we're going to gently take it to that left side. We're going to take that right hand to the right hip bone and just remind us to place and keep that hip down. Now we're going to start to bring that knee up toward the shoulder as we open. Keep that breath moving. And let's go ahead and take it back to the center. This is an inhale. And then we're going to switch, pulling it across the body over to that right, keeping that left shoulder down. Hold at the pull. Exhale, relax everything. And coming back to the center. Interlacing those hands behind the thigh. Extend that leg up straight, flexing through the foot, releasing those shoulders down. Again, just make sure you can get it as straight as you can. It may not be straight out of the hip, it may be a little lower. Maybe you have that flexibility and you can take it up to the calf, but we're not trying to prove anything or push it too hard today. Nice and easy. And go ahead and release it down. Now I want you to bring both knees into the chest. Give them a little hug, low back off the floor, shoulders down, tummy tight. And let's go ahead and plant those feet. Slowly roll over to your side, fetal position. And then using those hands, press yourself up into a seated, comfortable position. Facing forward. Holding onto those knees, I want you up nice and tall, relaxing those shoulders down. Lift that heart space between your chin and chest. Keeping those eyes closed. Focusing on your breath. Deep inhale. Slowly exhale. Relax the jaw. Deep inhale. As you exhale, I want you to hold on to those knees. I want you to round your spine, lean back as you tuck your chin, and then hold, shoulders drop. Those knees stay moving forward or trying to press toward the floor as you come back onto that tailbone and round. Now we're going to inhale. We're going to come up nice and tall, sitting up straight, looking forward. And on your exhale, round your spine, lean back, tuck that chin, and just push your spine away from your body. One more time, inhale, coming up nice and tall. And on the exhale, tuck, lean back, shoulders drop. So a seated cat and cow. And now we're going to go ahead and come up nice and tall, bring it up. We're going to take the chest toward the floor. Now you can extend those hands out or you can keep them on the legs. I want you to push your chest out, keeping those shoulders low, dropped, the back nice and flat. Now from here, we're just going to slowly move side to side. And I want this to flow. And as you move to the right, I want you to push that left hip down toward the mat. And as you move to the left, press that right hip down toward the mat so that you get this long stretch through the back. You should feel a gentle pull. Should feel good. Now we're going to hold it on the right side. So you're going to bring that chest to the right side. You're going to reach those arms out. And both hands are reaching for the same place on the floor. You're letting that chest drop. You're letting that head drop. And you can start to walk that left hand out as you push that left hip toward the floor, getting this light, nice long stretch through that low back and maybe even into the top of the hip. Hold right here. Tummy's tight. You're pressing that chest out. One more breath, relax those shoulders. And we're going to come up and we're going to slowly move to that other side. So using those hands for support, reaching those hands out over that left leg. Drop that chest down, let your head relax. Press that right hip. Maybe walk that right hand out just a little bit. Feeling the stretch down the arm, the side of the back, and all the way down to the low back. Breathe, shoulders relax. Relax the jaw, release the tension around the eyes. And then gently, slowly walking it up and moving back to the center. Wrists to the knees, sitting up tall, shoulders relax, hold. Go ahead and stretch out the neck. We're going to take the right ear to the right shoulder. I want you to drop that left shoulder down and just hold. Let gravity pull that head toward that right shoulder. Feel that tension release, melting away. Inhale and bring your head back to the center. As you exhale, let's go ahead and take it to that other side. Dropping that right shoulder, hold. Inhale up, moving a little deeper. Taking that right ear, right shoulder, we're going to gently reach up with that right hand. We're going to release that low shoulder or that left shoulder, and we're going to reach that left hand out. And as you reach that hand out, you're going to feel the stretch move down the arm into the biceps, maybe even into the elbow and forearm. Just keep reaching that hand out, dropping that shoulder down and gently holding with the right hand. On your next inhale, let's take that head up. And then exhale, switching to the other side. So ear to shoulder. Then we reach up with that left hand. We gently pull, walking that right hand out. Drop that right shoulder down and just hold and breathe. Feeling that tension release. Inhale and gently bring it back up. Now we're going to take the legs and we're going to switch the one that's in front. So just go ahead and undo those legs. Bringing that other leg forward, sit up nice and tall, shoulders relax. Drop those shoulders. big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to drop our chest toward the floor. Pushing those sits bones back into the mat. Maybe you take those hands out. We should be feeling that other hip this time. Just breathe. This is a great gentle hip stretch. Now we're going to just gently come back up. Okay, we're going to move into half deer. So what I would like you to do is take this right foot and just make the shin parallel to the front of the mat. We're going to take the weight over to the right as we swing back this left leg, and you want the knee to come directly out of the hip with the foot coming directly out of the knee. So you have this 90-degree bend here. You're going to take everything to the front. So I want you to pull back on the right hip, push that left hip forward, and square your chest to the front, letting your hands support you. From here, you're just going to walk those hands out. Now, if you find that it's better to come on down to a block and hold, this is a great modification. Remember that the block has multiple levels. If you can make it all the way to the floor, you're just going to take it all the way down and maybe even sink even further, dropping the head toward the floor. If you don't want your neck to be just dangling there, you can also use the block to place the head on to release through the shoulders. Hold and breathe. Relax the jaw, release those shoulders down. Just focusing on the breath. In this lunar style yoga, it's very easy to lose your focus because we're holding the poses longer. So you really have to focus on the breathing, relaxing the mind, and blocking out any outside distractions and stress. They will be there for you when you're finished, so you can leave them for just a little bit. Take this time to center. Take one more deep inhale, one more long exhale. And on your next inhale, you're just going to take those hands and slowly walk that body up. We're going to now take this right arm and we're going to let it come across that right leg. We're going to take the shoulder into the crease of that right knee. And we're just going to let that hand extend out just over the foot. This left hand to begin is going to be just for support. You can use a block to lay the head down on. If you don't have a block, then this left hand can come underneath the head to help support your head. So you're going to relax that head down wherever you would like this left arm to be. And I just want you to hold it right here, relaxing the shoulders and just feeling this gentle twist. Be mindful of that breath. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, I want you just to gently bring yourself up, coming into that first position. From here, we're going to move right into pigeon. So all we're going to do is extend this left leg. We're just going to keep walking it back as far as it'll go, and then pressing yourself up, coming right up into pigeon. Now, please feel free to adjust this right foot if you need to. The closer that heel is toward the center, the less intense it will be. The more that foot is parallel to the front of the mat, the more intense it will be. All right, you're going to press the hip toward the floor as you are in the center. So what that means is you're not hanging to the right or to the left, but you're right in the center. If this gets your hip or holding this for a while is tough, you just place that block right underneath the hip to help release some of the tension. We're going to start by bringing the hands forward or toward the leg, shoulders relaxed, lifting that heart. This is just like a little arch in the back. And then we're going to go ahead and slowly come on down. This is optional. You can stay where you are. You can also come down onto that block on the forearms. Relax those shoulders down. I want you to take a moment here, even if you know you can go flat. Just take a moment here and think about releasing the tension in the ball and socket. You're releasing any tension or any grip that you have with those muscles. Just let them go. And you can stay here, letting that head drop, or you can go ahead and take that body flat, extending those arms out, maybe even taking it into reverse prayer, and just holding here. And I want you to focus on your breathing, taking nice big inhales, long extended exhales, just releasing any tension. As we hold this position, you may find some tightness in that body. Just take your focus to that muscle and slowly relax the tension, releasing any stress. Relaxing the jaw. Release any tension from around the eyes. I want you to take one set of inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, go ahead and just gently walk it up. If you have that block, you can go ahead and remove it off to the side. Take that right glute back down. And let's go ahead and swing this left leg forward. And then you can release that front leg. Jog it out. All right, we're going to go ahead and move to that other side. So let's go ahead and take the opposite leg forward. So now our left foot is coming up parallel to the front of the mat. We're going to swing back this right leg. The knee is coming right out of my hip. The ankle right out of the knee, forming a 90-degree angle with that knee. We're going to go ahead and take those hands forward, bringing the weight to the center of the body. Slowly walking it out if you can. Either coming down to the forearms, or if you can, continue flat. Go where you can. Shoulders relax, tummy is tight. Trying to stay balanced in the center of the body and not allowing yourself to move over to that left side. Breathe. Maybe drop the head. Maybe you would like the block to help hold that head up so you can relax through the shoulders. Take a nice big inhale. And when you're ready to exhale, just slowly coming back up. If you don't have a block in front of that knee, you can go ahead and place the block there. We're going to take that left hand, we're going to walk it down the left leg. We're taking that left shoulder into the crease of that right knee, We're letting that head drop down, relaxing that left hand. Right hand can be wherever you like it to be. Maybe it's support for the head, maybe it's reaching out in front, maybe it's just off to the side with that left arm. Relax the shoulders down and just breathe. Try to find stillness in the mind. It's all right if you can't stay focused. Just come back to it anytime you can. Come back to that breathing. And stay focused for as long as you can. Be mindful of that breath. Release the jaw. Relax the tension around the eyes and in the forehead. One more set of breath. Deep inhale. Slowly exhale. And then gently pressing yourself back up. Coming up. Getting ready for pigeon. I actually love this stretch. I could probably sleep in that position. So you're going to go ahead and take the weight of your body over to your left. And I want you to walk that right leg back. And now you're going to go ahead and press yourself up, coming into the center. So remember, if this is too much, you're going to take that heel and drive it in toward the center. Otherwise, you can leave it where it is. You can also use this block, maybe, and press it under, or put it underneath your hip so that you can just stack the edge of that hip on the block, just as a little support here. It can also take some pressure off the knee, so if this is really torquey on the knee, sometimes putting that block under the hip will lift you up enough that it will remove the pressure from the knee. So let's go ahead and start and bring those hands toward the body, shoulders relaxed. Lift your heart. Remember, we got that little arch. We're breathing into that belly. Our abs are tight. Our shoulders are relaxed. We're just holding here. Find your focus. Now relax the abs. Release the expression from the face. Keep that jaw slack. Now slowly walk it down to the forearms. Being gentle with that body. Maybe we're coming down onto blocks. Shoulders are relaxed. You can let that head drop. Stay focused here. Bringing our awareness to the hip. We're relaxing the tension in that ball and socket, releasing any tension we're holding in there, anything that's binding us up. Sometimes as we hold these stretches, the body finally lets go and you can move deeper. Sometimes it doesn't. Just have patience with your body, being gentle. If your body is ready and you can go ahead and slide flat. Maybe after being flat for a little while, your body tells you that it can't take it anymore. That is when you can always adjust and come up. Never feel like you're stuck in one position. You can always change it to make it more comfortable, or to change it and make it deeper, more intense. Give me one more set of breath. A big inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale, slowly coming back up, all the way to the hands, coming into that beginning position, shoulders down. All right, we're gonna take the weight over to that right as we remove that block. Go ahead and come on down to that left hip. Now let's swing that right leg forward, taking it out in front and just give it a little shake. With those legs extended, I want you to come up into a nice seated position with that back nice and flat, and your body, your shoulders are facing those toes. Those feet are flexed. Hands can be to the side. This is a great place for a strap or a belt that you can hold on to help pull your body towards your thighs, especially if you cannot hold this back nice and straight. So if you're sitting in this position and this is your spine, okay, you need to take those hands behind you and use the fingertips to help push your chest up, squeezing those blades together and keeping your hands behind you. You're gonna work to drop that chest toward those thighs. So remember, this is called staff position, and this is not about touching your toes. You can see I can touch my toes right here. I'm getting zero engagement from that hamstring because I'm rounding my spine, and you can see how far my chest is from my legs. It's really more about bringing your chest to your thighs, and that's how I want you to think about it. So up tall, your hands are back here to modify. If you can release those hands and be up nice and tall, I want you to take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, you're reaching those arms out and dropping that chest toward the thighs. You can go ahead and round the spine for this one because we are going to hold it for a while. Just drop your chest, let your hands come palms up and hold. If you would like a little stand for your head, you can take that block onto the legs and just let that forehead release down. Remember, you do have different levels, so as you start to release and be able to get lower, you can flip that block. I want you to hold it here and just breathe. Think about dropping those shoulders. You're still flexing the feet, but they're not actively flexed, right? They're just toes up. So you can release that tension through the ankles. I want you to hold and just breathe. As you breathe in this position, you may feel that stretch happen in between the shoulder blades or up in that kind of mid-back area, as that spot is also getting stretched right now. And as your body starts to let go, maybe you can get a little deeper. Let gravity just pull that chest closer to those thighs. Relax that jaw. Give me one deep inhale and exhale. And then tummy tight, just round your back and drag your arms as you slowly come up into a nice staff position with that flat back. We're going to go ahead, excuse me, and take that right foot into that left thigh. You're going to turn your body out to that left leg. Hands on either side. It's the same principle. We're going to walk that chest down. Maybe you want to use that block to just relax that head on. Maybe this time you can reach the foot and you can come just a little bit deeper. As long as you can maintain that relaxation through the shoulders, that's fine. But if you'd like to completely relax the shoulders, palms up is the way to go. And just round and release. One more deep inhale. Long exhale. And let's go ahead and slowly walk back up using those hands to help you. We're going to come into a twisted position. So a block is very handy if you want to place it to the inside. You can also place that left arm on the thigh, or if you have the flexibility, it will come all the way to the inside of that left leg. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate with the arm all the way to the floor. Elbow is touching the floor. If you can't get that elbow to the floor, just go ahead and come up a little bit, or again, you can use that block instead. Let's open up that right chest. We're just going to turn it to the side. We're going to inhale, arm comes up, and on the exhale, that arm is going to shoot over the head without dropping the chest. You start to bring that body toward the leg, maybe even reaching those toes. We're going to hold it here. Again, please be aware that this right arm needs to be up. That chest needs to be open. And you can relax that head down. Breathe. Now, if you can't touch your toes, that's fine. They just come up and hover. But that is the direction you're trying to go without dropping that chest down, keeping it nice and open. So you should feel the intercostal muscles in between those ribs. You should feel the muscles in that side waist. One more breath, inhale. And an exhale. And then inhale and gently bring it up. And let's go ahead and switch the legs. So we're going to glue that left into that right. We're going to turn that body out to that outstretched right leg. Remember, hands can be on either side, palms can be up. You're just going to slowly come down. Maybe you want to use that block for the head or just let it drop. And release. Think about relaxing through that left knee as well. So you're not holding any tension or holding that leg up. Just let it open to the side, holding here. Breathe. Relax the eyes, release that jaw. Give me one set of breathing, one inhale, one exhale. And then engage and slowly come over. Up nice and tall. So moving into that twist. So that right arm now can be on the thigh. It can be on a block, or it can be toward the floor, on the floor. You're going to open up through this left side. Arm comes up, big inhale, and then exhale over the head, and then you start to come down. Maybe you can touch those toes, maybe not. So you can see this side is tighter for me. I can't quite reach those toes, but I'm not going to push it. I'm going to relax my shoulders. I'm going to let gravity help me out by just pulling that upper body toward the floor, feeling this great stretch in the side waist and that upper low back area. Breathing into my belly, relaxing, and maybe I'll make it to the toes, maybe not. As long as I'm feeling the stretch, I'm doing some good. Keeping that chest open. Sometimes you'll just get a big release and suddenly you'll be inches lower than you were. One inhale and one exhale. And then we're just gonna gently come on up, support it if you need to. And let's go ahead and take those legs back out into that staff position. Just give me a little shake, just allowing that blood to flow back in. So we're going to do another staff, but this time I want you to point your toes, and you're gonna give me the best toe point that you can give me. Everyone's different with this plantar flexion, so what you can do, hands along the body, you can use a strap, relax and come on down and hold. Now you're gonna feel this shift, right? We're gonna start feeling it up here, maybe even into the side of the muscles right here on the shin, as well as our usual hamstrings. All right, relax those shoulders down. We're gonna hold and breathe. Release the tension around the eyes. Keeping those shoulders relaxed. Maybe the palms are up. Pushing that chest toward the thighs. And then tummy tight, gently coming back up. We're gonna go ahead and take those legs and we're just gonna crisscross them again. This is called easy pose. And from here, we're gonna push up into tabletop. If this is something you cannot do, then just go ahead and come up into tabletop, however it works for you. But if you have the flexibility, you're just gonna rock and come on up, moving right into tabletop. I'm gonna readjust so that I'm back on my mat here, right in the center. All right, from here, we're gonna go ahead and take the right foot forward to the front of the mat. So if you can just flip it up, that's great. If you can't, you just pull it up there. We're going to take toes forward, knee and ankle stacked. We're gonna press the hips down. We're gonna walk this left leg out as far as it will go. You can take that belly to the inside if you need a little bit more room. That's especially handy if you are pregnant. And you can keep both hands here, or my favorite is to take both to the inside. I feel like it gives me more room to really drop in that hip, and I want you to hold it here. Again, shoulders relaxed, drop the head, and just feel gravity pulling the hips toward the floor. Getting through the hips, the glutes, maybe even into that hip flexor, hopefully. Soften the elbows, relax the face. Give me one inhale and exhale. And then as you exhale, you can start to just walk those hands back, dragging this right foot back, moving back into tabletop. And now we're gonna go ahead and bring the left forward to the front of the mat. We're gonna sink down, knee and ankles stacked. Hands can be to the outside, you can be on a block, you can be on your thigh, or both hands to the inside. Let those hips drop. We can walk that right knee back to give us a little bit more length. Hold and relax. Now, if holding yourself up is just too much work, you can place that head and position your head where it comes down onto a sofa, and that will help take the pressure off the hands and wrists and allow you to hold it for a little bit longer. Just get creative. Try not to let those little things that block us stop us from getting the workout we need, the stretching we need, the centering we need. exhale. Deep inhale. And on your exhale, we're going to drag that foot back, coming back into tabletop. All right, we're going to do that move again, but this time the foot is going to move to the outside at the very edge of your mat. So go ahead and take that right foot forward, and it moves to the very, very edge of that mat. Your hands are going to be on the inside for sure this time. You're going to drop those hips and come into a wide runner's lunge. Let those shoulders relax. You may find you have a little bit more mobility here, maybe even potentially a little less mobility, but it does stretch this in a different position and incorporates different things. So I really want you to widen that stance as much as you can, and then go ahead and walk that left knee back again and just hold here. Your chest and your hands are in the center while that leg is off to the right. Using that block if you need to, just hold, soft elbows, breathe. Set of breath. Inhale. Slowly exhale. And let's go ahead and lock it back. And then we bring the leg back. Moving back into tabletop. And now we're going to take that left forward. Helping it if you need to. Up to the corner. Pinky toe on the outside of the mat. Walk those hips. Your hands are in the center. Your chest is in the center. Sink down. Maybe walk that right knee back a little bit. And hold right here. Shoulders relaxed, soft elbows. Try not to hold any tension through that upper body. Hold and breathe. If you do want to come a little lower, of course you can. You can come down to the forearms. That does also take pressure off the wrists. But keep that knee into that shoulder. Don't rotate on the pinky toe. Keeping that knee in. Set of breath. Inhale. And an exhale. Let's go ahead using those hands, walking back for support. And then let's go ahead and drag this left foot back, coming into tabletop. Big toes together, knees as wide as the mat, hands extend out. We're going to sit our glutes back as far as they'll go onto our heels, letting that head relax down, coming into extended child's pose. Relax the shoulders and hold. Feel free to use a block if you need to. Releasing any pressure through the knees. Just let that upper body relax. You can take those hands out wide to help relax through the shoulders. One more set of breath. Big inhale. Slow exhale. And then inhale. Tighten the tummy for support as you come on up. Coming back into tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to come onto our glutes. So you can go ahead and just sit back and come onto a hip or cross those legs behind. Just walk it back and then you'll come into that seated easy pose. We're going to move into fire log pose. So from this position here, let's go ahead and just release that right leg. And we're going to take this left leg, and I want it to be parallel to the front of your mat. Left leg parallel to the front of your mat. You're going to take this right leg, and the side of your foot comes into the crease of the knee. And then this right knee just sits right on top of that left foot. So the higher this knee is, and the more away from the other knee, this just means you have tight hips. So some options are to take a block in front of the shin and go ahead and place that foot on that block. And you can take that block and bring it away from the body, and that does help to relieve that. And then when you come down, you will still get the stretch through the hips, but allows you to be able to do it. You can also stack instead, or stack underneath. Okay, there's also an option of not bringing that foot quite so high up where you can keep it a little lower. So you can see there's a lot of ways that you can modify this to be able to do this pose even if you have tight hips. So I'm going to go ahead and do it from the full position. I like to make sure that my legs are stacked right on top of each other and both shins are parallel to the front of that mat. From here, hands off to the side. Again, you can have a block to rest the head on if you would like. And you're just going to slowly walk down. Now, as you come and you start to get lower, you're really going to feel that top right hip. When you feel that first pull, it's always good to just stop and hold. You don't want to hold any tension. You don't want to hold any muscle. You don't want to use any muscle to try to hold yourself up. You really want to try to release. And if you can get the release, then you start to walk it a little bit more. But if you can't hold the release, you're just going to hold here and breathe. Try to relax through those shoulders. This is really a great hip stretch and it really helps you to release through those hips. But it can be very difficult or feel very difficult if your hips are tight. So stay with it. Just feel that stretch. There should be no pain, but you should feel that pull. It should almost be kind of a dull ache or a burning sensation. That's not a super burning sensation, but definitely not sharp pain. If it's sharp pain, that's a sign that you've gone too far and you need to back out of the stretch. And as it starts to release, if you can get deeper, just feel free to keep walking. Let that head relax. Find any muscles that are tight and release them, holding no stress, no tension. One deep inhale. One long exhale, and using those hands, let's slowly start to walk back up, and then go ahead and take those legs out straight. We're going to give them just a little break, and you're just going to give them a little shake for me. All right, so now we're going to go the opposite direction. So now we're going to take the right on the bottom and the left on top, or opposite of what you just did. Now I tend to have one hip that is significantly tighter than the other. We'll see how it works today. This is in front, so I can already feel this hip. So hands in front, slowly starting to walk it out. You're gonna listen to your body. You're gonna have patience with it. Relax your shoulders, release your jaw, and hold at the first pull. Think about relaxing that tension, not holding yourself up. Let the muscles go. Maybe you can go a little deeper if there are no sharp pains. I'm feeling a gentle pull. And then as I go deeper, that gentle pull becomes a little bit more intense. Go to your comfort level and just hold, relaxing. Don't go to any place in yoga that makes you tense up. I want you to relax. It's a balance. You're kind of walking this razor's edge. You want to feel this intense stretch, but without bringing any tension into the body.
Think about that breath. Relax that jaw. If you're struggling with tension through the shoulders, take those palms up. And as you hold the stretch, try not to bring any tension back into that joint. Release it. If it becomes too much, back off a little bit. Come up a little bit higher. One more set of breath. On the inhale, gently with support, come on up. And then taking those legs out straight. Ooh, give them a little shake. Oh, yeah, I sure hope you can feel that work that you've been doing in there. All right, let's go ahead and bend those knees. We're going to scoot our glute closer to those heels toward the front of the mat, holding onto those shins up nice and tall, leaning back until the arms are straight. Now, you can round the spine and use those hands to walk down, or you can round the spine and release. You're slowly going to come down, but I want you in control, so if I tell you to stop at any time, you can hold it and stop. In control all the way to the end, not dropping down. Knees to the chest. Let's go ahead and get that low back little stretch. And then just side to side, elbow to elbow. Dropping that low back down, side to side on that low back. And then coming to the center, we're going to hold onto the knees and just do little circles, one direction, so that you're relaxed through the hips, and what is moving is your hands. Your hands are moving those knees to the center, and now we're going to switch to that other side.